to our banquet. I hope you guys have this year, for a change, I actually wrote down my speech. Right? This is your, if you've been here before, you know, you would remember I would normally just come up here and make fun of our kids. But I wrote a speech this year. I wanted to first say that this has been a tough year for everyone. From wrestlers, parents, family, and coaches. But our team, although we're small, mighty, we pushed on, and I wanted to go over some of the highlights of this year. Okay. We had a few first wins from our wrestlers. Some more memorable ones are Sophie's first win as a JV at home. I forgot where Matt's first win was, but it was at Glastonbury, that's right. Also, Marcus had a first win ever. This is his second year wrestling. And then, who could forget Julian's first match, first win where we had to hold back all the kids of how excited they were, and they were about to storm the mats, and I was really happy to see that Julian got his first win at home. There are too many for this individual wrestler. Anytime he stepped on the mat, Vinny, when he's about to throw a kid, everyone's can't breathe, and we're just watching, and then boom, there it goes. So anytime Vinny's out on the mat, it's very memorable. You know Another one is Sheamus, ranked first in the GHO, and he medaled, his first medal ever, right?
Yeah.
We started off the season really strong with a great win from Tyler against a ranked kid from Glastonbury. So I was really impressed how smart he was wrestling in that match, because it was one of those matches where it was a coin flip, and Tyler used his smarts and toughness to beat the kid. Another memorable moment was Jordy needing to throw up, and he pinned a kid in 40 seconds because he needed to get off the mat.
The referee wanted to know where he was going.
And then who can forget Zach's semifinals match, when he had to just squeeze the life out of this kid to get into the finals. So that was a great match. All right, this is for everyone, but it's more towards the seniors who will be leading our program. I found this this speech from a coach, and it just relates well to them. So I'm going to read a little bit from here. For the seniors, I know you are disappointed in losing your last match, but I want you to focus on this. You're probably feeling now that all the work, sweat, and tears was for nothing, but it wasn't. You did it all for the wrestling. You did it all that wrestling brought to your life. The fun times, the relationships, the physical strength you have now from wrestling all those years. It was not the destination that mattered. It was the journey that took you there. After you leave our school, you will look back on your times in wrestling as having the most important and formative years of your life. That was it. incredibly proud and happy I was to coach you guys. Like I said before, this was a very tough season, but with our small but mighty team, we pushed through, and I was happy to see everyone come together to celebrate this season. Thank you. So we do So we're handing out the certificates for JV wrestlers. First, Marcus Brown. We have Sophie. Jason Google. And Julian Ross. For our varsity wrestlers, we have Matthew Ekern. We have Jordy Balducci. We have Marco DaCosta. We have Jacob McCart. Tyler Mangine.
Yeah, Ty.
Jaden Nunes. Seamus Oates. We also have Jacob Perez, who couldn't make it tonight. Vinny Pavetti. Zach White. We had two conference champions this year. We had Tyler Mangine and Zach White. That was a secret. I would like to turn the microphone over to the Chrismans for their awards.
Hi, I'm Jan Princeman, my husband Harold. We just moved to Millington about 50 years ago. And I'm still meeting all the new neighbors and unpacking boxes. Anyway, our son AJ Princeman graduated Millington High School in 1995. He placed in states as the heavyweight, and wrestling was a huge part of our lives from his freshman year through his senior year. He graduated in 1995. We have never graduated. So we still go back to school to see you guys wrestle. And it's called date night, and it's usually every Wednesday night. And we get there at 6, and we leave at about 7:30 or 8, and we go get a pizza. You know, date night. So anyway, this year, We found you fellows to be so earnest and hardworking and entertaining to us. There is an entertainment factor here, of course. And the strength that you've showed and the successes that you've had on the mat have more than entertained us. They've really warmed our hearts. And we hope to see you that are returning again next year, and we hope to be back next year, and maybe another 35 years. So, go ahead.
Okay. People say, why do we still support? Why do we still support the wrestling team? Because we kind of feel that those we know who have gone on in life after being in the wrestling program have found success in whatever occupations or fields that study they've wanted to do. I kind of feel that wrestling is probably the only sport where the only person you can blame when you're not successful is yourself. You can't blame the quarterback who didn't throw the pass or the guy who can give you a block. It's you. You look at yourself after every match and say, what can I do better the next time? And when you learn that secret, you too can be a success in your life. I just told a story at the table. My son went on to UConn and got his degree in accounting and then went on to get a law degree. And as a young attorney, he had to put his background on screen every morning so all the partners could see what he was capable of doing, and hopefully he could get some billable hours. Long story short, because of his accounting background and being a lawyer, he got to do something which is unbelievable. He got to be on a group from New York who actually went against General Motors, and they transferred some of their assets to a holding company. And after going each and every morning, 8 to 5 each day, for 3 or 4 weeks, he discovered lots of millions of dollars on behalf of the client, and he got an incredible letter of accolades to the home office here in Harvard, how well he did. And they said, I don't know where this kid got the stamina. Every day he would go in, start at 8 o'clock in the morning, work until 5 o'clock, drilling those attorneys from General Motors. I don't know where he got the stamina. I said, I do. He was a Newington High School wrestler. He knew exactly. When he walked into that room, it was like he was on the mat. He sized up his opponent, he planned his moves, and he exercised his counter moves. He did that each and every day. That's what you do in life. You plan your moves, your counter moves, and you learn it very much on the mat in wrestling. That's why we still support it to this day, and as long as we're standing, we're going to continue to support it.
All right.
I have to say something before you start this. Every year, I take the time to design and make a certificate, which I hand out, which shows the amount of the award, and it says, in honor of our excellent Newington High School wrestling program, Harold and Jan P. Kritzman award X amount of dollars to an individual. This is the first time I've had to alter this certificate since we created it decades ago. And I'm very proud to say it was on the right direction. When the young lady who's going to receive an award tonight sees her certificate, it's very special. So with that in due regard, here we go.
Our first award of $150, hopefully to put toward summer wrestling camp, goes to Matthew M. Purian. Our next award goes to, of $150 towards summer wrestling camp, we hope, Julian Ross. And the next award of $150 toward, hopefully, wrestling camp this summer goes to Marco DaCosta. And the next one goes to Tyler Mangine. This one is so important to me because I'm a girl. And it's the first time we've ever given the Summer Wrestling Camp Award to a girl. Sophia Girantana.
speech. It's the floor, but Jacob, who's one of our singers, couldn't be here, so we'll have to give him his gift after. But first up, we have Aiden Pereira.
Just set the tone, Aiden. Set the routine.
There you go, there you go.
Hi, my name is Aiden Pereira. I'm a senior this year and I joined wrestling last year. While I was injured for the majority of this year, I wouldn't trade my time with this team and playing the sport for anything. I really enjoyed these past couple of years and appreciate all the guidance from my teammates, families, and coaches. Thank you.
Next, we have Vinny Pavetti.
I would like to thank my parents and my team first. It's been a great 2 years, one filled with much excitement. We had some good matches and some not so good, but though it all we formed an unbroken bond and relationship that will move on ahead with me through all my future travels. Thank you to the wonderful coaches and teammates, and thank you to all the parents that came to support us all. Thank you.
Next, we have a highly anticipated speech from Seamus Oates.
I'm Seamus. I'd like to say thank you to the coaches, my family, and the team.
Next, we have one of our captains, Jaden Inez.
I would like to thank my family, my parents for always being at my matches, especially my dad. Always hearing his voice yelling at my match, that always gives me some energy. I like to thank the coaches especially. You know, they never miss a practice. We missed some practices for being sick or whatever, and coaches were always there on time. If one coach couldn't make it, the other one was always there. So I do appreciate that. I also like to thank my training partners, my teammates, always pushing me harder, trying to get better. Shout out to Matt every day. We'd be going at it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Next, we have a speech from our captain, Zach White.
To every wrestler on this team, regardless of your record, this year, I applaud you. You had the courage to go into combat against an opponent that wanted to break you down and pin you in front of your grandfather, Papa John, your parents, everyone. People grabbed your arms, legs, and head and wrenched them to make you turn, submit to their will, and defeat you. They hurt your shoulders, strained your knees, and certainly bruised your ego. They gave you unsightly black eyes, impetigo, and a stage borderline MRSA. You wandered the halls with these visible wounds of combat and noticed as people scooted their chairs a couple inches away from your open forehead sores in math class. This does not happen in other sports. When you lose the 100 meter to the state champion, you just watch as his jersey gets further and further away. At no point does he headlock you, rub your face across the track, and then have people screaming for your demise. Does not happen at all. You knew the brutality, you knew the risks, you knew you had to cut 3 pounds of water weight, Marcus. And you had to sleep with your tongue stuck to the roof of your mouth so that you could make weight. You knew all this, and you still signed up, you still paid your money, and you gave it your all on the mat. So win or lose, you had my respect every time you went out and represented our team. To the outside world, wrestling looks like an individual sport. Only you go on the mat and face the opponent. On the mat, I assure you, your opponent is high-crotching you and you alone. The cross nose is on your face, not your teammates, and certainly not the noses of the spectators shouting advice from the sidelines. While all this is true, wrestlers know that it takes a caring coaching staff, teammates encouraging each other, and relatives making egg sandwiches and selling t-shirts to make a successful team. Everyone in this room has helped this team to be successful by sharing the burden of the sacrifice that wrestling requires. To Jody and Megan, thank you for all your work behind the scenes. To Papa John, our biggest cheerleader, and for having the most coveted award in all of wrestling, the Match of the Day Grinder. To Seamus, Marco, and the DaCosta family, thank you for coming out to see me in State Open. That meant a lot. And to my parents, thank you for driving me to practices, coming to my matches, making special meals, and supporting me through this journey. Also to my mom, thank you for not running onto the mat and killing the kids that were trying to kill me. And thank you to all the parents who do all this for their kids as well. Success is different for different people. When I was a freshman wrestling my first varsity match at 160, my goal was not to pin my opponent. My goal, my opponent would always walk into the middle of the mat, and he would always have the pleasure of shaking our captain's hands and deciding the coin flip, which meant I was wrestling the captain. And my goal wasn't always to win, it was to survive. I had to stop him from killing me and to not get pinned. I decided that if I gave up 3 points instead of 6, I had a successful day. And I remember the Plainville match, my freshman year, as per usual, my opponent with arms bigger than my head walked onto the mat, I shook his hand, and we wrestled. And I definitely tried to survive. I remember at one point he wanted to let me up so that he could take me down again. And to stall out the time, I just sat there in referee's position. And I did all this so that I wouldn't give up that 6. And later, it was up to the 106s, and we were down by 5 points. And JP threw a miracle headlock and won it for us. So while JP, miracle headlock, pinned someone and won it for us, I still felt proud because if I realized that I wasn't going to win, I should just give up, we never would have gotten that win. And it really feels good to know that I sacrificed myself and it went out to the greater good. And for everyone who's coming back next year, lift hard, keep your stamina up, go run, and know that the coaches, they do want you to be better. And you need to show them that spark, and they will make you better. Thank you to Coach Steve for wrestling and teaching me since 5th grade and knowing everything about every single wrestler in the entire New England state. To Coach Tony, thank you for helping a little tubby kid to get strong and confident. And I'm sorry that you failed to make me less of a chatterbox with my opponents and stray spectators and referees Coach Samboy, thank you for laughing at every joke I ever made, regardless of how funny it ever was. And for showing me weird variations to moves that you personally would never ever use. You knew that I would. And success for you guys, it doesn't have to be in the forms of medals. It comes from learning the lessons that wrestling has to offer for you. You are all winners because you went out there on that mat. I hope that you felt that I, as captain, felt your losses, celebrated your successes, pushed you to be your best, and tried to be the best mentor that I could be. Being named captain my junior year was probably the greatest wrestling award I could have gotten. That the coaches thought that I could be a good leader of this team, and that was a good motivator for me. And I did not want to let them down. My greatest wish is that the captains in the future, people right here in this room, will take that responsibility as seriously as I did. Thank you.
So we have 3 last awards. These are for their Rookie of the Year, Most Improved, and Outstanding Wrestler. The first one, Rookie of the Year, goes to wrestler who is his first year. Pretty athletic kid. Every day we start to see him putting together moves that we show in practice, and gradually gets better, and he went from being a JV to varsity this year. Rookie of the Year goes to Matt and Perrin. Most Improved goes to a wrestler that has been wrestling, what would you say, 3rd grade? Since 3rd grade. He couldn't be here this year, but he couldn't be here with us today, but this year was his most successful year. He's struggled all this time, and he had a winning record of, I want to say, like 20 wins and like 12, something like that. So he had a really good year. His most successful year. It goes to Jacob Perez. Finally, the outstanding wrestler goes to our team captain, Zach White. Great, performed extremely well at the Class L's. Had a tough match in the semifinals that he just wasn't going to let this kid beat him, and they just went at it like 2 bowls, and we happened to have the stronger bowl, so we went to the finals. Let's do that well.
Who goes next?
Lastly, I always end up like forgetting to thank our booster club. They did everything today, and they make my life as a coach so easy. First, I wanted to say thank you to Amy Stavsky. This was the last. And can we have Megan and Jody come up here, please? Like, they do so much work for our business. Like, not only do they take care of our team, like, they take care of me, because they send me, like, texts that I have to do this and this and this. They are so awesome. Like, when we say we have a small and mighty team, it's that they make our team happen, and I'm so thankful every time that they are running our booster club. Thank you, Megan and Julie.
We do want to thank you guys for a great season. As Coach Tony said, it was tough. We had some illness and some skin stuff. It was tough. But we do have, well, you, like half of you. So we do have some coaches' gifts we want to award. I'll start with Coach Samboy.
Okay, and so these were supposed to be smaller, but they're.
But Megan goes big or goes home.
They're Nike duffel rollers, so we figured, we thought we would have smaller ones because you guys are always bringing your backpacks and all your stuff to matches. So I guess you could travel with these. So we just wanted to
Fit in.
yeah, we just really wanted to get one for each one of you and say thank you to all of you guys for your dedication, keeping our kids going every day to practice. Yes, they were long practices, but they loved it, and you guys made their day and made your team amazing. So thank you to each one of you, Coach Steve and Coach Tony. You also did a roll it up. We had the best cheering section. We were the loudest on the mats. Not Ramon, but and thank you for a great season, you guys. It was wonderful. You guys are amazing. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. That said it all. You can't beat that. Yeah, you said it all. You guys didn't get cupcakes. Make sure you get some cupcakes. And the bar's still open. We have the place for a little while, so don't run out if you want to mingle a little bit. There's still food.
All right.